Hey there again, guys. It's Chris from tipsforlawyers.com here with another episode of Non-Billable. You can find Non-Billable at tipsforlawyers.com and navigate your way there. Not too hard. If you're listening to this on iTunes, can I encourage you to leave an iTunes review? Helps it be a bit more visible and really helps me get some comments and some feedback. If you have a question, pop it in there or email it to me. Go to tipsforlawyers.com/contact and you can ask a question and I can address it on Non-Billable. Now, if you don't know, the format Non-Billable is where I spend 3 or so minutes answering a question, having a bit of a rant, or giving some advice that might help you out in your day-to-day legal practice. And today I wanted to have a talk about technology. I was asked a question about where I see lawyers being in 5 or 10 years, or at least into the future, so far as technology is concerned. And I've got to say, I don't see us being very far at all. The reality is lawyers are only now catching up with technologies they should have caught up with 10 years ago. Or 5 years ago. You're seeing law firms that still don't have mobile responsive websites, even though 50% of the people visiting their website are on mobile, probably getting frustrated and clicking away. You see law firms who have no earthly idea how to utilize social media. You see people with LinkedIn profiles that make you want to cry. And you see people who don't know how to engage on Facebook. So the reality is lawyers are laggards when it comes to technology. Sure, there's some outliers. There's some people out there who are doing fantastic cutting-edge stuff in technology circles, but the reality is in 5 years' time, I don't see much changing at all in the legal profession. We are barely keeping up. We're probably behind the times, and if technology gets further advanced, we might eventually catch on, but when we do, we'll be 10 years behind again. So, bit of a harsh message there, but the reality is we're terrible at it. We're not early adopters. We don't like taking risks. We don't like cutting-edge technology because it might not work, and to be fair, in a bigger law firm, it's frankly cost prohibitive. Smaller law firms are going to be more nimble, they might adopt things, they might have more flexibility and less barriers in terms of policies and procedures that need to be put into place, or at least that they think need to be put into place, that are going to stop them from being able to utilize new technologies appropriately. So, between cost, policies, and the general inhibitions of lawyers to take any risk of any kind whatsoever, I'd be amazed if we're much further advanced in 5 years. We might have a few more tools available to us. There might be a bit more prevalence of dictation, for example, coming into force through people actually using voice recordings rather than through secretarial. That is coming into things now. Should have been done 5 years ago, but there you are. It's another example. So I'll be interested to see where we are, and if this prediction turns out to be right, you can bet your bottom dollar in a few years' time. If things are what I just said, then I'll be sharing this video again. This has been Chris Hargraves from tipsforlawyers.com with another episode of Non-Billable.